Hello and welcome to this video lecture presentation on rearranging formulas. The rules and the procedures that we use for solving equations are exactly the same as for rearranging formulas. For instance, whatever is done to one side of the equal sign has to equally be done to the other side, and view addition and subtraction as opposites as well as multiplication and division. Okay, so I have 10 or 11 examples to go over to hopefully illustrate how to do all this. But just please hone in on the fact that the rules that I'm going over are the same that they were for solving equations in the prior lecture video, or one of the previous lecture videos that we had. Alright, so I have f equals mv squared over r. I want to solve for m. So first we have an r attached to the m by division. So what's the opposite of division? Multiplication. R is the same as saying r over 1. You can see that the r's cross cancel. So I get fr is equal to mv squared. Now this v squared is attached to the m by multiplication. So how do I get it over to the other side? Noting where the equal sign is, I divide it. Divide v squared on the right, divide v squared on the left. V squared over v squared cancels to 1, so m is equal to fr over v squared. Let's look at another one here. P is equal to 2l plus 2w. So noting where the equal sign is, the 2w is attached to the l by addition, so I want to subtract it. I want to do the opposite. They cancel, so I get p minus 2w is equal to 2l. Now I have a 2 that's attached to the L by multiplication, so I'm going to divide it. And that's it. That's how you do it. L is equal to P minus 2W over 2. Now the next one, C is equal to 5/9 times the quantity F minus 32. Well, this 5/9 is a fraction. Very easy way to get rid of a fraction is just multiplying by the reciprocal. Reciprocal of 5/9 is 9/5. Why would I do that? Because the 9's will cross cancel and the 5's will cross cancel to 1. Now if I multiply by 9/5 on the right, I have to do exactly the same thing on the left. Now I have 9/5 C is equal to F minus 32. The 32 is attached to the F by subtraction, so I'll add it on the right and add it on the left. So my F is equal to 9/5 C plus 32. That's how you go from C to going to F. Let's take a look at this one here. I have NP plus NM is equal to T. I want to rearrange for N. How do we do that? It's in two spots. Well, we factor. We look at what's common between here, what's common between here. Whatever's common, we factor out. And then whatever isn't common, we put right back in parentheses. So what's common between these two? An N. So I could cross it off my list. Now, there's nothing else common, so what do I put back in parentheses? Whatever isn't common, whatever I didn't cross off. So that's P plus M. And that's equal to T. Now the P plus M, that quantity, is attached to the N by multiplication. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to divide it. So I get P plus M. Now the P plus M's here you can see will cancel to 1. So my final answer is N is equal to T over P plus M. Okay. Now let's take a look at V is equal to S2 minus S1 over M. Why don't we solve for S2? So how do we do this? Well, we got to get the M and the S1 over to the left. the m is attached by division on the right, so I have to multiply it. The m's cross cancels, so I get mv is equal to S2 minus S1. Now the S1 is attached on the right side by subtraction, so I have to add it on the right and add it on the left side of the equal sign. So I get S2 is equal to MV plus S1. That's your final answer. Now I have another one here. BD is equal to C plus BA. So noting where the equal sign is. Now notice that B is in two spots. So we have to get this BA or the BD over to the same side of the equal sign. So I'll just subtract by BA. Since it's attached on the right side by addition, I'm going to subtract it. So this cancels. I get BD minus BA is equal to C. And now we factor again. What's common between this and this? B. I factor out a B. I cross it off on the list. Now what am I left with in parentheses? Whatever isn't common. D minus A. And that's equal to C. So now what we could do is we could notice that the D minus A is attached to the B by multiplication. So I'm going to divide it on the left and I'll divide it on the right. The D minus A is on the left cancel to 1, so B is equal to C over D minus A. Alright, let's look at this one. N minus MK is equal to MT squared. Really doesn't matter what we do, but we have to combine the M's. So we either bring the MT over to the left, or the MT squared over to the left, or the MK over to the right. I'll just bring it over to the right. So since the MK is attached on the left side by subtraction, I'm going to add it. The minus MK plus MK cancels to 0, so I get N is equal to MT squared plus MK. So now we're going to factor again. We look at what's common between here and here, and that's going to be an M. So I could factor out an M, so I cross it off on the list. And I put back in parentheses whatever isn't common. That's this T squared plus K. That's all equal to N. So now to get M by itself, I have a T squared plus K attached to the M by multiplication. So what's the opposite? Division. So T squared plus K on the right, T squared plus K on the left. So M is equal to N over T squared plus K. And that's it. Okay, I got 3 more problems to cover. Alright, so we have this formula here. We want to solve for big M. So let's first get rid of this M on the right side. The M on the right side is attached by division. What's the opposite of division? Multiplication. I'm going to multiply it. Multiply it by M on the right, M on the left. That cancels. So I get MV is equal to what I recommend doing is distributing this V to get rid of your parentheses. So you get V little m plus V big M. Now this V little m is attached on the right side by addition. If there's no sign in front, it's assumed to be addition. So we'll subtract by V little m on the right and left side. So I get V big M is equal to MV minus V little m. Or big V little m. And now this V is attached to the big M by multiplication, so I'm just going to divide it on the left and on the right. So M is equal to little m, little v minus big M, or big V, little m over big V. So let's look at this one. We want to solve for G. We want to get this all by itself. So first this PA is attached on the right side by addition. So I want to get it over to the left side of the equal sign by subtraction, do the opposite. So I get P minus PA is equal to DGH. Now the D and the H are attached to the G by multiplication. So how do I get it over to the other side? Divide by a DH on the right and on the left side of the equal sign. So here the D's cancel to 1, the H's cancel to 1. So I get G is equal to P minus PA over DH. Let's look at our last example here. We want to get this L by itself. Okay, so the 6EI is attached on the right side of the equal sign by division. So I'm going to multiply by 6EI on the right and 6EI on the left in order to cancel the 6EIs. So I'm left with 6EID is equal to 3LPX squared minus PX to the third. Now this PX to the third is attached to the right side by subtraction, so I'm going to add it on the right and add it on the left. So I have 6EID plus PX to the third is equal to 3LPX squared. So now the 3 and the PX squared is attached to the L by multiplication. So I have to divide by 3PX squared on the right, divide by 3PX squared on the left, and they cancel. So now I have L all by itself. Now, this is all we could do. Unless you want to break this up into your own individual fractions, but that is how you rearrange formulas. The rules still apply that we use for solving equations. Nothing changed. I hope you saw the similarity in the discussions. But that wraps up our discussion on rearranging formulas. Thank you and have a good one. Bye-bye.